The man frantically tore aside the garbage on the stinking gutter, and like someone possessed, scooped up the filthy water from the gutter and gulped it down. His companion beside him was so horrified by this eerie and spine-chilling act that they involuntarily stepped back repeatedly. However, something even more terrifying occurred. As if he had suddenly spotted something in the gutter, the man struck the water surface violently, yanked something out forcefully, and then began devouring it frenziedly. At first, the woman thought the man was enjoying some kind of food by himself, but when she saw clearly what it was, an intense wave of nausea surged up like a tempestuous tide. In the man's hand was actually the lower part of a toad, and the toad's head was being chewed non-stop in his mouth. The man, in a state of blurred consciousness, even invited his companion to share it. In the very next second, the woman couldn't help but vomit. After that, deep worry welled up in the woman's heart. She anxiously questioned the man, but the man remained deathly silent all the time. Just then, a dense stream of raindrops kept falling into the deep pit. As if suddenly roused from a deep dream, the man quickly spat out the toad in his mouth. It turned out that the infection in his leg wound had caused hallucinations. The two had been trapped in this 5-meter-high deep pit for several days. Now, the rain was getting heavier and heavier, and showed no sign of abating. The water was continuously accumulating, and the woman was filled with dread that she would be drowned in this dreadful scenario. However, through this unceasing rain, the man saw a glimmer of hope. He thought that as long as the water filled the pit, they could use the buoyancy of the water to swim to the ground. At this moment, the water level rose rapidly, and soon reached their chests. The woman, unable to swim, could only clutch the man tightly. The man was straining to hold onto a tree root to maintain balance, but how could that thin tree root bear their combined weight? In the next instant, they fell heavily into the sewage. Fortunately, the man knew a bit about swimming techniques. With great difficulty, he maneuvered his body, and even used his own body as a ladder to help the woman reach the ground successfully. After the woman got ashore, she suddenly remembered the man still in the water. By now, the man was already completely exhausted. As time passed minute by minute, that glimmer of hope that had initially existed was gradually fading away. After confirming that the man wouldn't surface again, the woman slowly turned around and left, trying to find a way to survive. She didn't want to let down the man's previous painstaking efforts.